Today is July 30th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today on the Big Book, we are going to continue Chapter 2, There's a Solution, by reading page 20. And out of the 12 and 12, we're on Step 4. We're going to be reading the first half of 48. Then we're going to read today's daily reflections and 24 hours a day. So with that, hope y'all are doing well this morning. Life is good over here. We've been given a brand new set of 24 hours, and that's always a good thing. And just grateful to be alive today. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So in yesterday's reading in the Big Book, we're getting kind of an overview of what this program is all about. On page 19, it said, we feel that elimination of our drinking is but a beginning. But it says here, a much more important demonstration of our principles lies before us in our respective homes, occupations, and affairs. Most of us sense that real tolerance of other people's shortcomings, viewpoints, and respect for others' opinions are attitudes which make us more useful to others. And the last line we read yesterday was a good one. Our very lives as ex-problem drinkers depend upon our constant thoughts of others and how we may help meet their needs. So, we see again an overview from pretty much step 1 to step 12. And today we're going to continue that thought by reading page 20. You may have already asked yourself why it is that all of us became so very ill from drinking. Doubtless you're curious to discover how and why, in the face of expert opinion to the contrary, we have recovered from a hopeless condition of mind and body. If you are an alcoholic who wants to get over it, you may already be asking, what do I have to do? It is the purpose of this book to answer such questions specifically. We shall tell you what we have done. Before going into a detailed discussion, it may be well to summarize some points as we see them. How many times people have said to us, I can take it or leave it alone. Why can't he? Why don't you drink like a gentleman or quit? That fellow can't handle his liquor. Why don't you try beer and wine? Lay off the hard stuff. His willpower must be weak. He could stop if he really wanted to. She's such a sweet girl. I should think he'd stop for her sake. The doctor told him that if he ever drank again, it'd kill him. But there he is, all lit up again. Now these are commonplace observations on drinkers, which we hear all the time. Back of them is a world of ignorance and misunderstanding. We see that these expressions refer to people whose reaction is very different from ours. Moderate drinkers have little trouble in giving up liquor entirely if they have a good reason for it. They can take it or leave it alone. Then we have a certain type of hard drinker. He may have a habit badly enough to gradually impair him physically and mentally. It may cause him to die a few years before his time. If a sufficiently strong reason, ill health, falling in love, change of environment, or the warning of a doctor becomes operative, this man can also stop or moderate, although he may find it difficult and troublesome and may even need medical attention. But what about the real alcoholic? Out of the 12 and 12, we're on step 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. We're going to be reading the first part of page 48. Of course, the depressive and the power driver are personality extremes, types with which AA and the whole world abound. Often these personalities are just as sharply defined as the examples given. But just as often, some of us will fit more or less into both classifications. Human beings are never quite alike, so each of us, when making an inventory, will need to determine what his individual character defects are. Having found the shoes that fit, he ought to step into them and walk with new confidence that he is at last on the right track. Daily Reflections, July 30th. Giving back. He has struck something better than gold. He may not see at once that he has barely scratched a limitless load which will pay dividends only if he minds it for the rest of his life and insists on giving away the entire product. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 129. My part of the seventh tradition means so much more than just giving money to pay for the coffee. It means being accepted for myself by belonging to a group. For the first time, I can be responsible because I have a choice. I can learn the principles of working out problems in my daily life by getting involved in the business of AA. By being self-supporting, I can give back to AA what AA gave to me. Giving back to AA not only ensures my own sobriety, but allows me to buy insurance that AA will be here for my grandchildren. "24 hours a day, July 30th. AA thought for the day. The other day we should not worry about is tomorrow. With its possible adversities, its burdens, its large promise, and perhaps its poor performance. Tomorrow is also beyond our immediate control. Tomorrow's sun will rise either in splendor or behind a mask of clouds, but it will rise. Until it does, we have no stake in tomorrow, for it is yet unborn. Do I still worry too much about tomorrow? Meditation for the day. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is not seeing but believing. Down through the ages, there have always been those who obeyed the heavenly vision, not seeing but believing in God. And their faith was rewarded. So shall it be to you. Good things will happen to you. You cannot see God, but you can see the results of faith in human lives, changing them from defeat to victory. God's grace is available to all who have faith, not seeing but believing. With faith, life can be victorious and happy. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have faith enough to believe without seeing. I pray that I may be content with the results of my faith. All right, so I really love this last reading here. Do I still worry too much about tomorrow? I think I might have shared this on the show. I'm originally a Philly boy. I'm from Philadelphia, and it's a religion to love Rocky, and I do. It's probably my Mount Rushmore of favorite movies. And in the third movie, I think it's when Apollo Creed's training Rocky, and Rocky's definitely preoccupied. He's thinking of his wife, I believe, because she was in the hospital. And Apollo, who's trying to train Rocky for this big fight where he lost, he goes, "Rock, you don't understand. We got to train now." And Rocky says something like, "Oh, don't worry. I'll be better tomorrow." And Apollo, in frustration, just cries out, "There is no tomorrow." And he just keeps hammering that home, punches the wall and says, "There is no tomorrow." And that flew right over my head as a kid. And as an adult, and particularly as somebody who's trying to live one day at a time, it really hits home. And kind of falls in line with what the Serenity Prayer says. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I cannot change what I did yesterday. I can look at yesterday and go, okay, where did I go wrong? What mistakes did I make? How can I learn from these things and be better today? But another thing I can't change is what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't even know if I'll wake up tomorrow. I've had some friends pass recently that passed away young. I mean, young in my mind. Tomorrow's not a guarantee. There really is no tomorrow in the reality of sobriety. It's just today. I don't have to worry about being sober for the next 20 years of my life. I just need to worry about being sober for, it's about 3 a.m, so I've got about 21 hours to go. That's it. That's it. Even with my job, sometimes I worry about, a couple weeks ahead. And of course, it's always good to plan. But at the same time, I've also learned, I've been on this earth long enough to know that nothing quite goes according to plan. I'll say this and I'll shut up after this. In my mind, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a writer. That was my dream. I wanted to be a published author. I wanted to be the next R.L. Stine. I love scary stories. And I still write to this day. But for a long time, I viewed myself as a failure because I never really published anything yet. All in my 20s, I would see the things that I've not done. As a kid, I never wanted to get married. Never, wanted anything to do with spirituality or anything like that. Now, as an adult, I could have never predicted it. That I'm a father. I'm a grateful husband. When I was a kid, I didn't know what to think about this whole God idea. And eventually I would grow to have a faith that would only grow even more and be strengthened even more because of the program and the fellowships. There's another detour, I get to work with people every single day and help them and kind of help work this program every single day. I've got a fellowship, a couple groups of fellowships that have my back, that are family to me. And I have a program for daily living. I guess the point I'm trying to make is I never saw these things coming. I couldn't predict it. And that's life. So, we can plan all we want to, and that's fine. But as far as worrying about tomorrow, nah, I can't bar that stress. Just need to focus on the day that I've been given. And as Paulo Creed would say, there is no tomorrow. So with that, I hope you all have a great day. As always, I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA or Al-Anon or any other sect or denomination. I'm just a friend in recovery that enjoys these books here. And man, it's great to be alive today. And if we're given another set of 24 hours, I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.